stop scrolling, because what just happened at the Emirates last night changes everything about this title race. Arsenal drew 0-0 with Liverpool. Sounds boring, right? Wrong. That result just confirmed something that nobody in football wants to admit. And if you're an Arsenal fan, what I'm about to tell you will either validate everything you've been screaming about, or shatter your entire season. Because the numbers I've found don't lie. Hit subscribe right now, because what I'm about to break down goes against literally every narrative you've heard this week. Every pundit, every Twitter expert, every rival fan laughing at Arsenal's boring draw. They're all wrong. January 8th, 2026. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0. The first goalless draw between these two in 11 years. Mikel Arteta remains winless against Onslaught. The memes are already written. Can't break down a parked bus. Title race over. But here's what they're not seeing. Arsenal are 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League. 6 points clear. Manchester City just drew 1-1 with Brighton. Their third dropped points in 3 games. Pep Guardiola's looking at a defensive crisis with Diaz out for 6 weeks. Vardy potentially done for the season. John Stones still sidelined. They're playing academy kids at centre-back. Liverpool? They're 14 points behind Arsenal. 14. The defending champions couldn't even get a shot on target last night. First time since 2010 that's happened to them. So tell me again how Arsenal bottled it by going 6 points clear. I've spent the last week diving into every single metric, every underlying stat, every fixture, and what I found is going to blow your mind. Because this Arsenal team is doing something that hasn't been done in the Premier League in over a decade. And the scary part? Most people haven't even noticed yet. Let's talk about defense, because while everyone's crying about Arsenal not scoring last night, they're missing the most insane defensive record in modern Premier League history. To put that in perspective, Chelsea's legendary 2004-2005 team conceded only 15 goals in the entire season. That's 0.39 per game. Arsenal are on pace to concede around 25 goals if they maintain this rate. That would be the third best defensive record in Premier League history. But it gets better, or worse, depending on how you look at it. Liverpool couldn't get a shot on target, not one, in 90 minutes. At the Emirates. Think about that. This is a team with Florian Wirtz, Cody Gakpo, and they couldn't even test David Raya once. Arsenal's defense isn't just good, it's historically elite. Gabriel and Saliba are the best centre-back partnership in Europe right now. Not just the Premier League, Europe, and the stats back it up. But here's where it gets complicated, because having the best defense means nothing if you can't score. And that's Arsenal's problem. Victor Gyökeres was anonymous again last night. 7 goals in 23 games. For a £55 million striker who was scoring for fun at Sporting? That's concerning. Gabriel Jesus is back from an injury and looked sharper in 10 minutes than Gyökeres has all season. Jamie Carragher said it on Sky. Gyökeres should not be starting when they have players like this. So Arsenal have this paradox. Elite defense, but a striker crisis that could cost them everything. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Manchester City. 3 draws in a row. 0 wins in 2026. Ruben Diaz out for up to 6 weeks. Joško Vardy might not play again this season. Nathan Ake can only play once a week. They're starting a 21-year-old and an academy recall at the back. Erling Haaland hasn't scored from open play since December 20th. December 20th! That's nearly 3 weeks for the best striker in the world with no open play goals. And you know what's wild? City have created more big chances than anyone in the league. 45 big chances missed. 45. But they can't finish. Haaland alone had 8 shots against Brighton and didn't score from open play. So here's the situation. The team everyone thought would run away with it is falling apart at exactly the wrong time. Defensive injury crisis. Finishing crisis. Confidence crisis. And Arsenal are 6 points clear. But, and this is the massive but that nobody wants to acknowledge, it's Pep Guardiola. And we've seen this movie before. Let me be brutally honest with you. If Arsenal don't win the league this season, it won't be because of their defense. It won't be because of Arteta's tactics. It won't even be because of injuries. It'll be because of Viktor Gyökeres. I know that's harsh. I know Arsenal fans don't want to hear it. But look at the numbers. Look at them. Gyökeres has blanked in 18 of 23 appearances. 18. He's Arsenal's joint top scorer with 7 goals. 2 of those are penalties. In a team creating this many chances, that's unacceptable for a marquee signing. And now Gabriel Jesus is back. Looking hungry, looking sharp, looking like the player Arsenal thought they'd signed 3 years ago. And Kai Havertz is returning from his knee injury soon too. So what does Arteta do? Does he keep faith in the guy he spent 45 million on? The guy who scored 97 goals in 102 games for Sporting? Or does he make the brutal call and drop him? Because here's the thing about title races. They're decided by margins, by moments, by whether your striker buries that one chance in the 87th minute against Nottingham Forest away. And right now, Arsenal have a striker who's giving them everything, except goals. Gary Lineker said Gyökeres needs to do more off the ball. Jamie Carragher said he shouldn't be starting. The pressure is building, and we're only in January. If Arsenal lose this league, the conversation won't be about the defence. It'll be about the £45 million striker who couldn't deliver when it mattered most. If you made it this far and enjoyed the video, we would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel, as we're still a small channel looking to grow and it goes a long way for us. Okay, so Arsenal are 6 points clear. City are in crisis. Liverpool are too far back. It's over, right? Arsenal have won it. Wrong. Look at what's coming. Portsmouth in the FA Cup. Fine. Then Chelsea away in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Then Nottingham Forest away in the league. Forest, who just beat West Ham and are flying under their new manager. Then Inter Milan away in the Champions League. 4 different competitions. 4 away games in 10 days. Meanwhile, City have injuries, but they also have depth. They have Rodri back. They have Jeremy Doku back. And in February and March, they have a run of home games that could see them go on one of those classic City winning streaks. And here's the nightmare scenario that keeps me up at night. What if City aren't actually in a crisis? What if this is just a blip? What if Guardiola figures it out, like he always does, and they go on to win 15 in a row? Because let's be real. We're talking about a manager who's won 6 Premier League titles, who's rebuilt teams mid-season before, who has more tactical knowledge in his pinky finger than most managers will have in their entire careers. Writing off Pep Guardiola in January is the most dangerous thing Arsenal fans could do right now. So here's my actual honest take, and I need you to hear me out. Can Arsenal win the league? 100% yes. Will they win the league? I think they're in the best position they've been in for 22 years. I think they have the defense to do it. I think they have the manager to do it. I think they have the belief to do it. But there are 3 massive questions that need answering in the next 8 weeks. Question 1. Can Viktor Gyökeres find his form? Or does Arteta make the brutal call to bench him? Question 2. Can they navigate 4 competitions in 10 days without dropping stupid points? Question 3. Can they maintain this defensive standard when the fixture congestion hits in March? If the answer to all 3 is yes, they win the league. Simple as that. But if even one of those goes wrong, if Gyökeres continues to struggle, if they slip up at Forest, if injuries hit their defense like they've hit City, then we're right back to where we've been for the last 2 years. Asking what if. The thing is, this isn't like the last 2 seasons. This isn't Arsenal chasing. This is Arsenal leading. 6 points clear, with the best defense in the league. At the halfway point of the season, this is their moment, their time, their chance to end 22 years of pain. And the only thing that can stop them is themselves. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Arsenal have won it. That would be insane. We're in January. There are 17 games left. 17 games where anything can happen. But I am going to tell you this. If you're writing them off because of a 0-0 draw with Liverpool, you're not paying attention. That draw put them 6 points clear. It extended their unbeaten run to 8 games. It showed Liverpool, the reigning champions, that they can't even get a shot on target at the Emirates. That's not bottling. That's dominance. The title race isn't over. It's just beginning. And Arsenal, for the first time in over 2 decades, are the ones everyone else is chasing. So the question isn't, can Arsenal win the league? The question is, can anyone stop them? Drop your prediction in the comments. Arsenal, City, or someone else. And if you think Liverpool can come back from 14 points down, I need you to tell me your dealer's number because that is some strong stuff. But if Arsenal somehow get through January unscathed, game over.